Welcome to Auction Look. In this tutorial, we will talk about how to post an auction. There are two ways to get to your login to post an auction. One is through Auction Look, and the other one is through an association website that Auction Look sponsors. You can post auctions on Auction Look if you are a current member of an auctioneer association. To see if you already have a profile, please check the directory of auctioneers on Auction Look. If you are not there, go to register. If you are there, you can go to log in through Auction Look, or as an example, here's Kentucky. On the top, it says log in to post auctions and update profile. Your username will be the email associated with your profile, and there will be a reset password if needed. Once you log in, it will take you to a page called Auction Look Subscriptions. This is a free subscription to you as a member of an auctioneers association. Thank you so much for supporting the industry. When you reach your login site, then we're going to do a whiteboard. This shows you anything we've changed in the back end, so you're not surprised. You can close that. In a previous video, I pointed out how you edit your profile, which you would click in the members area. Down here in your auction controls, you can click on Post New Auction. When you post your new auction, it's going to ask you some questions. Auction title, make it brief. We also have these clue indicators to help you. Description. This is where you add in all the description of the auction that you see necessary. Now I'm going to skip over this really obnoxious blue and yellow box. You have a start date, an end date, start time and end time. If the auction is a single day auction, like a live auction, just put the same date in the start date and the end date. Put your start time. Let's say it's 9 o'clock. And end time, just put around whatever the assumption of the end time is, maybe 5 o'clock. Don't worry, your listing will stay advertised for the whole day, but we want to give the consumer an idea of when the event might end. Always select your time zone. Here's where you can add auction photos. If your auction photos are under 3 megabytes, you can drop and drag multiple photos. When you get into the 10 megabytes or more, do it in smaller batches. You might want to try 1 or 2, publish your auction. You can go back in and edit your auction and add more photos. Depending on your location and your bandwidth with your internet service, will depend on how fast they load. You can also drop and drag and rearrange photos in whatever order you want. Now we're going to talk about the primary auction category. This is very important when we index your property or your personal property for Google to reach those buyers to go to you. If you have a sale that is a real estate sale, and it may also be a personal property sale, go ahead and list it twice. There are a certain set of buyers that are looking for personal property and a certain set of buyers that are looking for real estate. And we want to reach the buyers for you. So let's go into real estate first. In real estate, you've got your auction types, property types, and then you go ahead and pick out any detailed characteristics you find necessary to add to your listing. We will ask for some additional information, listing ID, if there's an MLS ID or you have an internal ID. If there's a starting price or a reserve, you can put 0 in fields. Don't worry. Year built, if you know, so on and so forth. We are now asking for agent information. If you are the agent, this is going to seem a little repetitive, but we are also connecting your data over to some of the largest real estate portals, one of them being directoffer.com. Direct Offer has a contract with Realtor.com and is a national listing portal really focused on auctions. So broker name, listing office can be your listing office, or if you have a broker associated with it with a different office. Real estate license number. Why are we asking? That is for internal use, just to make sure that the listing is appropriately categorized in accordance to real estate. Real estate licensing state. Buyer's agent commission. If you do not have a buyer's agent commission that's involved in the sale, you can put a zero value. But if you do, just put it in the applied format, and this allows all of those agents around the country to get more engaged with your property and bring you buyers. Street address, city, state, and zip, very important for indexing on these larger listing portals. Directions, if you have them, you can also put in contact auctioneer. Here's the fun part, bidding URL. We do not care what platform you use. Just put the bidding URL to any platform that is connected to this auction, whether you're using Proxibid, HiBid, or apro.bid. It's up to you. YouTube link. If you have an aerial YouTube of the property, please supply it here. Brochure website. This is where you can double down on your personal website, or if you want to add an additional URL that goes to a brochure. Auction terms. You can add your auction terms, or you can put in, please contact auctioneer. Post-auction. That is a free service for you as being a member of an auctioneers association. We do not charge. The only thing that you could potentially pay for is if you wanted to do a premier auction, and that's what this middle box is about. This will boost your auction, get you 3 times the amount of views on all of our channels and syndication. We syndicate out to over 30 auction sites. Global Auction Guide, which is now Glacier Media in Canada, as well as the national app called Auctioneer. You can find it in iTunes and Google Play. Over 3 million people have downloaded that app. If you have a firearm sale, which we're going to discuss personal property, make sure to click your firearm premium if you want to boost it, so we make sure it goes out appropriately. If you don't click that for firearms, it will be miscategorized. Okay, so personal property works very much the same like real estate. There's a lot less questions though, because real estate has a lot of questions. You've got your auction type, personal property, you check boxes in accordance to what you see to be appropriate. And then you have item types. This is an index very similar to what eBay does. Again, we want to make sure that buyers get to you. And buyers will get to you through your URLs, and your profile will also be connected to this listing on AuctionLook. And if we do sponsor your state association, it will be listed under your profile, under your state association website profile page. And that is how you post an auction on AuctionLook. Thank you very much.